What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Lifestyle Athletics YouTube channel. Today I'm going to give you guys a detailed blueprint on how to structure strength training in off season and how you could follow this to stay strong in off season to get you ready for the competition season. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
And you know I'm running back. I want all the noise on the track, running laps, yeah. Like I'm Rod Troy, I'm living fast, switching lanes.
So in off season, your frequency should be 3 to 4 days per week of training. That's how you want to look at it, because you're in off season, you're not going to be sprinting at high intensity or running at high intensity as much. So you want to get in that type of strength training work in off season as much as you can. This is my mindset. This is how I look at it. And I think most elite sprint programs look at it this way, where they try to maximize on it, because once you get in season, you don't want your athletes to be lifting 4 days a week if you're trying to focus on being as fast as you can. The frequency is going to be 3 to 4 days a week, and what we're focusing on is exercise duration. So we want 45 to 60 minutes of working out, strength training, and what we want to do is focus on certain exercises. So we want to keep our volume at for all our exercises. We want to go 8 to 12 reps of all our exercises with 3 to 4 sets, right? Because we're working on trying to be as explosive and trying to be as powerful as possible in off season. You got to build a base first, right? Again, volume is going to be 8 to 12 reps, and we're going 2 to 3 to 4 sets. That's going to be your volume, right? And when we think about days, let's talk about days now. For example, our days are going to be day one, we're going to be looking at doing some full body. Most of our stuff is going to be full body. Day one, we would go squats, then we would go Romanian deadlift, then we would go bench press, then pull-ups. Again, simple exercises, 4 to 5 exercises. We're not trying to do 10 exercises in one session. The goal is to go slow and work your way up. Day two now, we would look at, again, another 3 to 4 exercises. We'll go deadlift, regular deadlifts, then we'll go overhead presses, then we would go rows, any variation of rows, and lunges. And day three, we go back squats, quarter squats, any one of the squat variations, and then we'll go bench press again, overhead press, and then we will do core. Simple, effective, simple way of building a good strength training base. And then you would pick a day where you focus on plyometrics, right? And then you would pick another day where you focus on corrective exercises, like you're trying to improve your sprint form, try to improve your, just working on form in general. Then you would have a day for recovery. What I just said is you want to focus on 3 days. Day one, we would go back squat, quarter squat, some form of squat variation. Then we'll go Romanian deadlifts. Then we would do bench press, and then we'll do pull-ups. You notice the exercises are not a lot of exercises. It's 3 to 4 exercises. We're not trying to overwhelm the athlete. We're trying to give them movements that's going to target certain muscle groups and help them to be the strongest version of themselves. They're not trying to do 10 exercises in one session, right? You're trying to maximize on your exercises. That would be day one. Day two, we would do deadlift, overhead press, some form of row, whether single leg row, bent over row, some form of rowing, and then the last one is going to be lunges. Again, simple exercises, very effective, right? And that is what day two would look like. Day three now, we would go squats, bench press, overhead press, some form of overhead press or shoulder press, and then core work. That's what day three would look like. And that's it. 3 to 4 days, very simple. This is what the preseason would look like. And then you want to pick another day where you focus on plyometrics, low intensity plyometrics, where we're doing beginners or level 1 plyometrics, right? Not advanced plyometrics, level 1, keeping it simple and smooth. Then next thing you want to do, you want to have a day where you're focusing on corrective exercises. We're trying to fix our form, trying to develop our form, trying to become a cleaner, better sprinter. Whether you're suffering with your block starts, you put the blocks on the grass, and we'll do slow, low intensity block starts to help you to improve all of these areas, right? And then another day you want to just focus on a lot of recovery, and that is what our preseason would look like. Now we're transitioning into competition season now, right? Competition season frequency remains the same because we're just transitioning. You want to do 3 days, exercises stay the same, reps and sets will drop. So our reps and sets will drop down to We'll go 6 to 8 reps. Our volume is gonna be 2 to 3 sets. Right? Nothing changes with the exercises. I hope you notice that. We're not trying to introduce brand new exercises when the season starts. You're trying to maximize on the exercises that you've introduced to the athlete in the off season. You're not trying to come up with new exercises or new stuff that you see on Instagram to think it's gonna give them some type of result. You wanna maintain what you've been doing, but periodize it and progressively load it up. The athlete become stronger and more explosive doing those exercises. And if they're doing it for weeks on top of weeks, their form is gonna get better. That means you could go heavier or you could go lighter and put time on. You know, you could play with it a little bit, but I wouldn't change the exercises. It's gonna be the same set of exercises with the same 3 days because we're just now transitioning into competition season. The only difference now is instead of the dedicated plyo day, you want to dedicate a day where it's speed day. Right, so it's speed plyo day where we're focusing on trying to be as fast as we can. We're doing high intensity sprints. This is going to be in your sprint workouts, right? But in terms of the gym portion of it, that's going to be it, guys. You don't change the exercises in season. You maintain the same things you've been doing. Only thing you would do is drop your reps, drop your sets. Right? And depending on when competition is, you back off. If you know competition is on a Saturday, then maybe you'll have a lift session on a Monday or a Sunday, a week before, right? You're not gonna do a lift session Thursday if you know they're running on Saturday, because you don't want athletes to go into competition sore. That's gonna be the gist of it, guys. And again, focus on proper form. That's gonna be your biggest thing. Listen to your body, make sure you're hydrated, make sure you're recovering properly by getting good sleep. Keeping your stress level low, things like this, and focusing on proper form. If you're new to the Lifestyle Athletics channel, remember to like, subscribe, and until the next video, stay tuned.
And you know I'm running back. I want all the noise on the track, running laps, yeah.